welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to get right into making some keto-friendly biscuits. First thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to need 1 large egg, a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We're also going to need 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and also 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And then we're also going to need 1 cup of almond flour. Any type of almond flour is fine to use. Next, we're going to take a bowl and we're going to add the wet ingredients together. That is the melted butter, the 3 tablespoons of melted butter, the 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and the 1 egg. Once we have all those together in the bowl, and we're going to add the egg in with the sour cream and the butter. Then we're going to take a whisk and we're going to beat it until it's well combined. And I do call these my keto breakfast biscuits. The first batch that I'm doing here is the keto breakfast biscuits. Now we're going to add the dry ingredients, which is the 1 teaspoon of baking powder, with the 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt and the 1 cup of almond flour. We're going to put all of that in with the egg, butter, and sour cream mixture. And no, I don't measure the salt. I just kind of dash it in. And there is the flour. Once we get the flour in, we're going to mix it with the spatula until it's nicely combined and you don't see any more of the flour. Now, once that's all well combined, I am going to take a baking sheet and I'm going to spray it real well. I have some avocado oil that I've been using, and it has been really great as a non-stick spray. Now, I am going to use my hands. Here you see I sprayed some of the oil onto my hands. I use my hands and to make the biscuits. You can use a spoon, or you can use, in the other biscuits, the cheddar biscuits that I'm going to do, I use a spoon, but you can use your hand. You can use whatever you have available. Now, my oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and I am going to put my biscuits in at 350 to bake for about 10 minutes. And they go into the oven, and we're going to bake them for 10 minutes. And once they're done, they come out and they are absolutely amazing. I love having these biscuits for breakfast with just a little bit of butter and a little bit of sliced chicken, and they are really amazing. And this is them when they first come out of the oven. They look like homemade biscuits, and they do taste amazing. This is them on a plate, and there is the ingredients and the nutritional information. You can pause to get this. Now here is the ingredients for the cheddar biscuits. We need a pinch of salt, some baking powder, garlic powder, and here are the cheeses that you're going to put in the ingredient list. We also have an ingredient list afterwards. There's the flour. We're also using the same almond flour. This goes by really fast. And 4 large eggs. First thing we're going to do is crack all 4 eggs into the bowl, and we're going to mix them, whisk them together. Once these are nice and whisked, now we're going to add our dry ingredients, and this is 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. There's our 1 cup of almond flour. We're going to mix this up really well. It's still going to be a bit wet. Once we get it mixed well with the flour, then I'm going to add the cheeses in to the mixture, into the eggs and the mixture. Now we're adding the cheeses in, the salt, and the garlic. Oh, we already added the garlic. Now we're going to mix it in really well. Mix everything really well. We're going to get our pans, Now I'm using a spoon for this. You can sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes, I guess it's the size of the biscuits, but you can usually make 6 to 7 biscuits. On this day, I'm making 7 of the cheddar biscuits, and these are amazing. And the thing is that they're very similar to the Red Lobster biscuits, or you can also spread them out the way that I do here, and you can use them as like a cheesy bread. And it is so amazing. You can add a little butter and a little bit of garlic, Italian seasoning, and it is just an amazing, it's just an amazing bread, cheesy bread. Now we are going to bake these on 350 for about 10 minutes. I actually bake these for 10 minutes and then put them back in for about 5 minutes. Total cooking time for these is about 15 minutes because the cheese takes a little longer and everything takes a little bit longer than the regular biscuits, plus there's more here. So we're going to cook these for about 15 minutes. Coming out of the oven, and see how they spread out a good bit there. Once they spread out, you can take them out. I see here is where I'm going to add. I put it in for 2 minutes, but then I do put it in for another 3 minutes, and it does take that whole 15 minutes for them to get nice and good and done. This is them as they came out the oven. They are so good as biscuits, or you can make them as cheesy bread. And here is the ingredients and the nutritional information. I hope that you try these biscuits and that you like them, and give me a like and a subscribe, and please share, comment, and I will be back next week. Bye bye.